Dear United States government, my father violated my mother 32 days ago as she walked to her car after leaving a party. He dragged her into a nearby alley and ferociously ripped into her body. With a knife to her throat, he threatened to kill her if she screamed, and for the next 7 minutes, he stole every bit of happiness she had achieved, and then he gave her me. I invaded her womb like a platoon on a mission, violently making my entrance into a place once sacred, but now destroyed. And you actually expect her to feel joy. You actually expect her to spend hours happily rubbing her belly while wondering if I'm a girl or boy just so you may rob her of her voice and her power of choice? You expect her to bear this seed and carry me just because you forced her to, even though it would be against their best interests? Women don't need politicians making their decisions. Women don't need special interests in their business trying to force upon them some archaic form of submission. Listen. A woman has a right to do whatever she wants with her body without needing a man's permission, but since this thought process works against how citizens have been conditioned, it's only right to take the power of being a woman away from women. My mother has cried every day since it happened, wondering if my father was an addict, wondering if he had AIDS while experiencing panic attacks at the thought of it being contracted. I can already feel her sadness as depression eats away at her spirit. She can't eat, she can't sleep, and that prayer to miscarry. Yeah, I hear it. I understand it, because what she experienced was beyond tragic. And although I'm just a fetus and I don't want to die, I don't want to be born to a woman who would have every right to hate me. Let them take me. Without your interference, I would be a constant reminder every day of her life. And I would expect nothing less than resentment. I mean, she could always give me up for adoption, right? But why even force her to make that decision? Every day she wants to end this, but she can't without going to prison? Where in your fucked up way of thinking do you believe that's okay? A monster left a part of himself inside of her. It's not right that I'm here, so I will fight for her. Since you won't, you'll just tell more lies to the American people about how your oppression is for my benefit, knowing if I'm born anything other than straight white male, I'll have no privileges. You won't give a fuck then, even though you pretend to give a fuck now. And this has nothing to do with my heartbeat, because there are so many other heartbeats you give no fucks about. Victims of police brutality have heartbeats. Undocumented immigrants have heartbeats. Children murdered in school during mass shootings had heartbeats. But I'm supposed to think you care about mine when you ignore these? Homeless veterans have heartbeats. A nation in desperate need of universal health care has heartbeats. The residents of Flint, Michigan, who still have poison water, have heartbeats. So stop telling lies to the American people about how your oppression is for me. It's not. It's for you and that evil that you breed as you sit in political seats and come up with more ways to control the masses. You are everything wrong in a nation already decaying from madness. In closing, each and every one of you need to do better. And you can start by taking heed to this mind your fucking business letter. If a woman wants to have an abortion for any reason she deems fit, you should let her, instead of using political pressure to oppress her. Sincerely, the unborn fetus of a rapist.
That was L.J. Hamilton.